Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora. Who's gonna win this fight? Well, before we talk about who's gonna win this fight, let's take a look at their latest performances in which Tszyu fought Carlos Ocampo, in which Tszyu dropped Carlos Ocampo.
And look for that shot like that right there.
And then knocked him out in round 1.
Right hands pouring through.
Now at this, Tszyu went on to fight Brian Mendoza, in which Tszyu dominated this whole entire fight, won every single round, landed some great shots on Brian Mendoza, and Tszyu ended up taking it by decision. Now let's take a look at Sebastian's latest performances, in which he also fought Carlos Ocampo, in which Sebastian did great on the inside, landed some great shots, and Sebastian ended up taking it by decision. Now at this, Sebastian also went on to fight Brandon Mendoza, in which they both started out very fast until Brian Mendoza knocked out Sebastian Fundora in round 7.
Now he's trying to
Now, there is one thing that we have to take into consideration when looking at this fight, and that is that Sebastian Fundora is taking this fight on a late notice, but he did say that he was ready for this opportunity only because he was set to fight for the vacant WBC world title. So now that they offered him this fight against Tszyu and for Tszyu's belt, then obviously he said he was quick to accept the offer. So this fight is definitely going to be a better fight than the Keith Thurman fight, and is going to mean much more only because the fight with Keith Thurman and Tszyu wasn't going to be for a belt. Now, what makes this fight very interesting is Sebastian Fundora's massive size advantage, and it's almost crazy to think that he isn't one of the best considering the massive advantage that he has over other fighters. But at the same time, this doesn't mean that he's going to easily outperform Tszyu, only because Brian Mendoza just showed Sebastian Fundora that size doesn't matter in boxing and that anything can happen in boxing. So in the end, what I can guarantee what happened is that Tszyu is going to go to the body, not only because he likes to go to the body in every single fight, but also because Fundora's massive torso is definitely going to be an easy target for Tszyu. So once Tszyu goes to the body, he's going to begin going to the head, going for the knockout, and that's when Fundora isn't going to be as quick and isn't going to be as reactive. So that's when Tszyu is going to get the knockout.